Yeah. One thing I should start by thanking and appreciating the Professor Ndongo from Greece. He has really assisted the school when it was taking off in 2006. They came forcefully with the assistance of Mr. Mbatia, who is the cousin. They have built 2 classes already in the school compound, which are very much useful because they are being used by Form 1 East and Form 1 West. The classes are well built. Actually, they're the best in the compound because of what was put inside. We appreciate that. We have been corresponding, and I'm sure we really need a lot of help. And I'm sure because Professor Ndongo is still there, we'll get more. But for the meantime, we lack, for example, you can see we don't have an administration block. We are struggling. Where we are seated right now is just, this was a staff room when I came actually. But we had to renovate it to make a palatable place for me, and I had to move also, make an office for the secretary and the rest for teachers. Currently we have 9 teachers from TSC, that is the government, has assisted with 9 teachers. But
this is a new school.
Yeah, it is a new school.
With basically about how many classes altogether?
We have currently we have only 7 classes, but we are supposed to have 9 classes because of, for example, next year we are going to have double stream in every class. So basically we need 2 classes to make us a bit comfortable. That is why you can see in our master plan we have said, if we can have an administration block combined with the 3 classes on top, then we can be able to manage. We also require a library where our books, we store them in a Kasami library where we call it a library, but it's not a library as such, but our books are there. If we can have in the administration block, can have also a library where students who take block subjects can be able to study. It can be very, very good. Apart from that, our students, when they get sick, we appreciate also the Orthodox Church. Actually, that's where our kids are taken, because that is the hospital that is so close to the school. The Orthodox hospital that is so close to us, that is where we take our students. So we appreciate the effort that is being done from the Greece people. Those we call them our friends. Yeah.
Now you need 2 classes.
Yeah, 2 classes.
To make the number of classes.
Yeah.
9.
9. We also need a lab and a kitchen if it's possible. Because we only have 1 lab, that is for sciences, but we have 3 sciences. That is physics, chemistry, and biology. And so if we can have another lab that can combine, the better for us to have the sciences run.
In your long-term thinking, where do we want this school to get to?
That in our vision, one thing that we have come up with the board, we really, initially we used to talk over having a big boys boarding school. But the argument of the parents, once we had a meeting, they said, we have already Raleigh High School being transformed into a boys school. So we want a mixed school that is really well versed. But one of the challenges we are really facing is the issue of land. The school stands on a 4-acre land. And so the only option now is to have stored buildings on the same acre that can hold the dormitories and the classes at the same time. So the progress right now, as you see, we started with almost 60 students. And you can see within 2 years we have 304. That tells you 1 class having 60 students and above, that is a big number. So the potential here is big about the population wise. The only thing we need is that buildings have to be there, and we also have to improve our facilities. We have to have quality education. That's why we are talking of the lab, the library, and other supporting materials on the same. So in our future, in our vision is that we want to make this school a big boarding school that can accommodate students even from far, not only within Kimende, but at least even from the larger central province.
If you have to achieve that that goal of having a boarding school. And as things started today, you are 2 classes short, which must be built. Then there is administration block. What kind of sequence, what kind of route, what kind of speed, what kind of sequences would you like to follow to reach there?
As you mean priority?
Priorities.
The priorities are now.
Yes.
The first priority is to have the classes. If we have the classes, then now we can take the next Form 1, 2. Because like this year we turned away several students. If we can take another Form 1 class next year that is full 90 students, 45, then that is so our first priority is to have the 2 classes built, and then we go to the lab, because that is where if we have to have the students here learn, we have to have quality learning, and by quality learning we mean sciences. That is where we say, so we start by the administration, the classes, and then we go to the lab, then the kitchen, and the administration block can be maybe the last one. That is what we say.
What is the population required? What is the size of a class in terms of the students? How many students
are supposed to be there? What is the ministry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to have maximum 45 to 50.
45.
50, yeah.
Okay.
But here, right now, we go up to 60 sometimes because of the lack of the classes. Like now, currently, you hear we have from 468. So that is one class, but we are contemplating of dividing it. And also manpower, we have to be very careful. The government does not provide all the teachers. So we are forced to employ as a school. That's from the pockets of the parents. Employ some teachers to facilitate the same. So
you are talking about 2 classes which are required almost like yesterday.
Yeah.
You're talking about the administration block
and the lab.
And the lab. Suppose somebody wants to help you in one, let's say has got say 2 million shillings. What would you start with?
I'll definitely start with the 2 classes and the lab, because that one can contain the classes and the lab. Because administration block, yes, first we always say the customer is the student first. So we look at the student more than the administration block, because we can even, that is why we could not even start building. We had to contain with the timber houses first. We work with the student first before the administration block comes up. Actually, we have even some equipment that we can't store here because of the security purposes.
If somebody wants you to put up the administration block, can it be used in the short term